welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
This episode is brought to you by Orange County Choppers, a television show that bravely asked, what if masculinity, but like performative? That's right, watch grown men with goatees and wraparound sunglasses stand 6 inches apart yelling about motorcycles they are definitely not emotionally prepared to talk about. At Orange County Choppers, every episode features leather vests worn indoors, aggressive eye contact that lasts just a little too long, and arguments that sound tough but are mostly about feelings. These guys don't just build bikes, they circle each other, puff their chests, and say things like, "You don't respect the craft," which somehow means, "Please notice me." Motorcycles are loud, the shirts are tighter than necessary, and every conversation feels like it could either end in a fistfight or a very intense hug. Is it about bikes? Sure, technically, but it's really about dominance, validation, and a deep need for approval from other extremely similar men. There's yelling, there's bonding, there's long silent stares over chrome fuel tanks that feel way more intimate than anyone wants to acknowledge. So fire up Orange County Choppers, the show that proves the manliest thing you can do is spend all day with the boys, arguing, posturing, and desperately trying to be the alpha of the room. Orange County Choppers. It's not about the bikes. It never was.
You think they know? You think they're a bunch of fucking morons?
Yeah, that was
great.
That was great.
Yeah, Tommy
I never
Bags
watched-
would fit in perfect on
Yeah,
that show.
Tommy Bags would fit right in. Surprised he hasn't been on Orange County Choppers.
The worst part of this movie for me was the fucking Orange County Chopper cameo at the bar.
Wasn't it really? I didn't know.
yeah.
There was. That guy with the goatee was there.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
with that
That
handlebar
was from
moped.
Orange County Chop. I didn't even know what Orange County Choppers was. Wow. Okay. Well, Wild Hogs.
Wild Hogs.
Would you? Now this is a film that I feel like's been pretty central to our lives. I remember watching this. I don't think my parents would take me to it, so I had to sneak it on an iPod Nano.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I went in like a pillow fort and watched it on an iPod Nano.
Oh
And
my
that was
god.
Yeah, that was a crazy experience. And yeah, I think we watched it again like high school, and now it's like almost 20 years, and I gotta say I still enjoyed it. It brought back a lot of nostalgia. What did you guys think?
Yeah, I was kind of worried that it wouldn't have aged well and that I would not enjoy it. But I loved it. It definitely just made me think of, us growing up and
Yeah.
all the dumb jokes we would make about being the wild hogs and
Yeah. I actually still like laughed at the jokes and stuff too.
yeah,
I
no,
felt like it held
I
up
had
really
a
well.
There's some
agree.
good ones. There's some really good ones.
Are there any that you come to
Like-
mind?
One that I literally laughed out loud was they're sitting at the bar and they're talking about what he was like talking about. He's like, dude, these are just some jackets that your wife made. And then one of them was like, well, Woody, what's your wife ever made us? And then Martin Lawrence is like, hard.
Yeah, that was
great. My favorite is when the cop comes. I think we got the.
Oh yeah,
He's like,
where they're like
boy,
talking, they're having that like conversation that gets like completely taken out of context.
Yeah.
And it's
Wait,
like,
Dudley
having,
was
an
like
orgy all night.
Dudley's gay for Woody, right?
Oh yeah,
Because there's a couple
maybe a
like
little.
this scene. So a couple scenes prior to this, he's like, "Why were you smelling my neck?" And he was like, "I was just keeping my like face out of the wind." And then he wakes up here like snuggling John Travolta, and he's like, "Dudley, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I was just keeping my face out of the wind."
I love
And then later,
Casey.
Then later,
Oh.
another time I laughed out loud was when the cops playing Marco Polo, and then
Yeah.
Dudley says "fucking polo" when they're in the water. And I'm like, that's so crazy.
My favorite's the cop. He's like, "You guys got 4 counts of indecent exposure, but this, that, and 1 count of pure jealousy."
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
It's
that
so
actor's
good.
name?
It's so good.
He's
He's in
from
Scrubs, right?
yeah. I love that. I love him in Scrubs. I didn't remember that he
Also,
was in this movie, but he
he's
was
also
great.
in
John C.
Office
McGinley.
Space. He's
Oh yeah.
the consultant in Office Space.
Yeah, he was great.
He's awesome. He was awesome in this. Yeah, yeah. Let's go around the table. High level thoughts on the movie. Then I have a question we got to get into because it's bugging me.
Ooh. Ooh.
Taylor, how about you? Oh, you already went. Travis, Dante.
Yeah.
I don't know if you gave your overall thoughts.
I think
Yeah.
overall, first hour or so, I, it's like great to me up into the like bar scene or the scene at the diner where John Travolta's getting all sweaty. And I think the last like 30 to 40 minutes kind of drags on a little bit, but the first like hour or so I love so much. It's like kind of my overall take, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Dante.
inclined to agree. I think everything leading up to when they get to Madrid was great. Like I was locked in. And then when they get to Madrid and I don't know, kind of lost me a little bit. Like I thought the sheriff and the deputies in the town was just like really corny. And I feel like it just took away from the boys on screen, you know. Um but yeah, the first hour I loved.
Yeah. Well, these are fair points, and I think I agree. Though I'm so nostalgic about this movie that like
Yeah.
I don't think I'd
I was
change anything
struggling.
even then.
I was struggling to see through the nostalgia, I think.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like maybe it's a little like in Baldur's Gate 3 where like in Act 3 you get to the city and then you're just kind of there. That kind of felt like what it's like when they get to Madrid. They're just kind of hanging around. I still
Locals
think it's
call it
fun.
Madrid.
Madrid. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's like I feel like it's at its best when they're going from place to place, but I don't know. I do think it's kind of fun at the end though. It does drag a bit, but I don't know. It's this movie. This is like beyond the realm of movie and more like a religious experience for me. So critiquing it feels a little weird. But here's my question: Which which hog does each of us map to?
I was wondering that while I was watching the movie.
Now I will take the bullet. I will fall on the sword and say I probably am closest to Dudley because I'm like a computer programmer. So I will eat that bullet. But yeah, what about the others? What do you guys think?
Gosh, I don't know.
I was really struggling. Because that was like my first. I thought that would be a fun discussion to have, and I really can't land everybody. I don't know.
Yeah, who's Martin
Hmm.
Lawrence? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Dude, honestly, that's the problem. I don't think any of us are Martin Lawrence.
yeah. I don't think
Wait,
there's a good
I'll be
Martin.
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
I feel like in terms of chaotic energy, Dante's most Martin Lawrence, but
Yeah, I honestly
Okay,
do think that I can relate a lot with Martin Lawrence.
yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Dante's Martin Lawrence. You don't need to elaborate too much. You don't need to elaborate too much on that if you don't want to.
So wait,
But,
I missed the load up to this question. Who is who? Did we decide on anyone yet?
I'm Dudley.
You're Dudley, Nick's Dudley.
I have to be Dudley. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm,
And
mhm.
then so Taylor, that leaves John Travolta and Tim Allen. I don't know.
You guys got to sort this out. We're not moving on until we get an answer.
Well, I mean, I don't know if either of us are like John Travolta. I mean, I
That's the
sometimes feel
thing.
like Tim Allen a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like we both kind of fit Tim Allen. I don't think any of us fit Travolta.
Yeah, because he's like
Travolta's physically bigger. If only.
he's like a has been who's like divorced. Like I feel like that doesn't really fit any of us.
Yeah, maybe in like 20 years, one of us will feel more like Travolta and Wild
I feel
Hogs,
like now
but
you're both like Tim Allen. We'd have to Photoshop this to two Tim Allens.
Yeah, so I
go
guess
full
yeah.
hog.
we'll have to.
But
I guess we'll have to. Well, nobody could be John Travolta.
yeah, I feel like if you're throwing yourself as Travolta, I feel like you're. I don't know. That's a very very confident statement.
It's like comparing yourself to Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It's true. No one. Yeah, maybe just no one can be. Yeah, maybe he's inimitable. I gotta say, we can kind of just get into whatever we want. I really liked the character of Tim Allen's wife
Yeah.
because
Well, the whole
she's
like
like,
build up in this start is just so good.
yeah, Jamie, pull up Tim Allen eating butter in Wild Hogs. This was so yeah. Why don't so Tim Allen is like he's his whole thing is I like that each of them had their own sort of little character arc to overcome. Like Tim Allen's thing is just he's lame. His son thinks he's boring. He's a dentist.
Yeah.
We get this scene. We get this scene at the dinner.
Yeah,
We get this
this
scene
was
at the dinner
crazy.
table. He's drinking gravy. He's like eating meat. He eats a whole stick of butter. And then
Also like the lines that he's running through in this scene. He's like, "I'm a man. I like meat. I eat meat. I like gravy on my potatoes."
That's a
Unbelievable.
great still. Oh my god.
Unbelievable. And then and then it doesn't show it here, but immediately in the next scene, he's in the hospital. It's so good. But yeah, Tim
what-
Allen's wife is a paragon of virtue. She encourages him to go on this trip to sort of reclaim his masculinity and his identity, and she's very supportive of him throughout it. So I found that very very endearing.
Love how Martin Lawrence keeps the whole thing a secret.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, I was almost surprised to see that scene. Like the whole reason that the trip blew up was because Martin Lawrence's wife went over to Tim Allen's wife, see Tim Allen's wife or whatever. Like I just kind of can't see the two characters even being friends. But I think it's
Yeah,
just
wait.
because like you said, Nick, like Tim Allen's wife is very supportive and like there's so many opportunities for them to lean into like her being kind of bitchy, but like she never does it. Like she's always advocating for him to do the things that are good for him, whereas Martin Lawrence's wife
Yeah.
is.
I think we've talked about this before, but I forget which movie. But I'm just kind of tired of the villainous wife trope.
Yeah, like
It was,
the-
it was really refreshing.
My bitch wife, that like
Yeah,
the boomer.
Yeah. It's just refreshing to have her be supportive. But yeah,
I was also curious. Can you name any other comedy movies where it's like four guys that are like it just revolves around their friendship? Four middle-aged men? Because I feel like
it's like Grown Ups
Wild
maybe.
Hogs.
Well, I don't know if it's four.
Well, I feel
Grown-
like Wild Hogs kind of set the trend for like um grown-ups, the grown-ups
Yeah,
movies.
that's a good point. It kind of is when did Grown Ups come out? It had to be like a few years after this.
Yeah.
It was by Jamie. Look it up. Come out 2010. Yeah, a few years after. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. It definitely I really like it though, the format of the four guys. It made me think of the Four Riders of the Apocalypse, though I don't really know if there's a connection. It's just funny.
I think
What?
I think part of it that like really just attracts me to it also is just like that does sound so nice of just like ditching all the responsibilities for a while and going on a little
Oh,
like road trip with the
Yeah.
boys.
I was deeply, I was deeply jealous of them on taking this trip.
I think
Mhm.
I was as I was watching it, I was thinking we should do it. Maybe
I
not on
think we,
motorcycles, but
no, I think we should do it on motorcycles. I think we should
we
actually
might
get
die.
Wild Hogs
No,
jacket.
Taylor wants to do it on Vespas.
What if we did? What's a Vespa?
It's those like little
Jamie,
Italian.
Jamie, pull up a picture of
Oh
a
yeah,
olive
yeah,
green Vespa.
we'll die. Um, we should do it on rickshaws and have some guy from New York City pull us around around the country.
Take us from Cincinnati to California.
Now let me pitch this idea though. Us on like these Vespas or some shit, but we change it up. Instead of biking through America, we bike through like Europe.
Oh yeah, dude,
That
that
would
could
be-
be Wild Hogs too.
Maybe
That
we could
would be
rent some
cool.
Vespas this summer.
Oh,
Shit,
that'd be so fun.
Shit.
that would be awesome.
Oh fuck. I was actually thinking of
Oh,
staying in
fuck.
Europe for like a few weeks longer than just the event. So if anyone wants to get their hog, all cranked up and
Ooh,
wild.
Get their get,
wow,
get
it's
their
got my
hog cranked.
Bobby's going.
My Bobby's throbby.
Yeah, you don't really. Yeah, I like this idea. We gotta let this simmer and cook it in the pot a little. Yeah, you don't really relate to it as much when you're younger, but yeah, when you get old and start having to work a job, it's like, oh man, imagine just
Yeah.
riding the hogs out west.
Well, I do want to say, what do you think? What impacts to our psychology do you think this movie had that like we love this movie as like I don't know 10-year-olds and it's about like washed up like middle-aged
This
men?
is a very good question.
Like what kind of
This
arc do
is
you think
very
our lives would have taken if we didn't watch this movie as kids?
My God.
Hmm.
Well,
Oh,
I
no.
know for a fact if we hadn't watched this movie, we never would have biked from Ocean City to Longport to Summers Point and then back to Ocean City that one night when Patty Colbert got a flat tire. Do you
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that? At
that
like
was poor Patty.
oh yeah.
Damn. No,
That
that's
was
a
a
very
wild hog
interesting
ride.
question. Yeah. This is a very interesting question though, because like the movie is about old men that are tired with their lives and want to go out, yet it's very compelling to a child for some reason.
Well,
Because
I
they
don't
know
even
that's
know
where
if
their
it
life's
is.
headed.
Yeah,
I
is it
I
like
don't
is
even
this
know if
sort of
this
like a
would be
future?
compelling. Or are we just like I don't know? Are we spiritually washed up?
Yes.
I do. Do you think maybe
Or do you think this
the
movie like
rep?
destined us to a life of being these characters? I don't know.
Well, I feel maybe the remnants of the past lives from the collective consciousness are stronger in us than
Yeah, the
than
Thetan
others.
levels are off the chain.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like a memory of something. Like maybe we just I don't know. Maybe at some level we like know that's what's gonna happen. That will be that I don't know. That will be boomers or we were boomers.
Well, yeah, I
I
think
don't know.
like
It's like
you can
yeah.
you watch this and we were however old, like 10 years old or whatever. Like
Yeah.
there's no concept of getting married. There's no concept of a career when you're like
Mhm.
10, 12 years old
Mhm.
or whatever.
Mhm.
And it's almost like I don't know. I think that was I once I finished the movie, I sat and thought about that for a while because it is really bizarre that we resonated so deeply with this movie.
Mhm.
Because we knew it was coming.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah,
Do you
it's a
think
complicated question. Yeah.
maybe we all would have ended up I don't know. I
How do
don't
you?
know.
It's
My
crazy
question
because
is, how do
I
you
just
not
literally
end
feel
up like that?
exactly like Tim Allen. It's like I'd love to go on the trip, but I just can't get the time off work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quit. Yeah.
And they'll come after me.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's well. I don't even know how. I mean, how do you not end up one of these characters? Like, kind of every.
Damn.
I guess like
Damn.
everyone has to work a job, sort of. Like,
Yeah.
you just have like really rich
I mean,
parents
some
or
people
something.
don't.
Do you think if you like
Or you get by without a job, though.
if your profession was just like, I don't know, if you were just like a barista, do you think you'd resonate with this movie?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
Mm.
some people don't as much. I don't think.
We
You
got to
think
get
maybe it's
one of
just
them
like
on.
if you're in any way like a career professional in any capacity, this movie
I mean, you could
resonates?
just be working. I mean, you could
Or do
just
you
be
think
working on one of those like farms overseas where you just like work on the farm and they just like pay for your room and board and like feed you and then you just like exist and like work on the farm. Like that's a thing that people do.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you're done with that, you just go somewhere else and do that. But then you like never have a family or like a home or anything. So just like pros and cons, I guess.
Maybe we
I don't
just
know.
knew that maybe we knew we were the archetype that would fall into this.
Yeah. At some
I
point, it
think you're
just
right.
becomes about filling up your tank. You got to refuel. That's all you.
Mhm.
That's all you
Mhm.
live for.
Yeah, I'd be really
Put your
interested
fuel
in
in the
talking
tank.
to someone that didn't resonate with this movie because yeah, I feel like it just like I feel like it resonated with our little souls, and it maybe even more so resonates with me now because I just think yeah, it would be really great to take a long time off work,
Oh, that'd
just
be
hog
lovely.
out, just
Yeah,
hog out.
bust our hogs out and just no plans, open road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. ChatGPT generate me a motorcycle wild dog style route trip around Europe.
Ooh.
All right, while ChatGPT generates that, what I really like their idea that it's just that it's I think they have a line where they say we're going on a trip to nowhere just to like
Yeah.
I really like that there's no I guess they get into a bit of conflict in the movie, but I really like that there's not I don't know, there's not some mission or anything at the beginning like we got to get to the West Coast for this event and we have to do motorcycles because this like it literally just says we just want an adventure. We're going to go to nowhere and hopefully find some trouble. Like I really
Yeah.
resonate with that because we live in a world where there's no adventure. You just work a corporate job. But the idea of just driving out and trying to find like a bad group of boys to to get in it with it's so
Yeah.
it appeals to me on such a like deep spiritual level.
Yeah.
No, and I think, when we are more washed up and we do take this trip, like I think that's probably the exact perspective we'll have. I hope there's some trouble we can get into.
Yeah, it's great. Wow, this seems really great. Riding through little
Those look
towns
pretty
in
good.
Germany, Rhine Valley to
Would
the
we ride
Black
on
Forest.
motorcycles?
You know, we could. I don't know if I want to die on this trip,
Yeah.
but we could all ride in some. I don't know. What's an alternative to a motorcycle?
You can get one of those ones that has three wheels instead of
Mm.
two.
I'm just imagining. I'm just trying to think of like a really cool car. Like, ooh, can you fit four people in a convertible?
You should. I
Yeah.
don't. The European ones might be a little smaller, but you should be able to.
Does it hurt your ears to ride in one? I don't know if I'd like.
At cruising speed could be a little.
I think we'd want one that the top retracts on. Yeah, imagine riding around the little forest of Germany in a convertible, blasting AC/DC and Sabrina Carpenter. A BMW 4 Series. Oh, could be epic.
That's kind of feminine though. I'm being
You
honest.
want to drive a
I think
man?
Or
we just,
dudes
I
riding
think we
around in a
just gotta
convertible.
I think we just got to do the motorcycles. I don't know.
Manliest car.
We'd be operating in Europe though, so it would be.
I think if you're gonna go into motorcycles, you gotta prepare that this might be it. You gotta
We might
get your
die.
life. Yeah, we might it might be the end of this life at least. But yeah, you gotta get your things in order. Dude, there's a motorcycle called the Bobber. Okay, maybe.
Whoa!
That's your bike right there.
Yeah, you found it.
Was there ever any? Dude, imagine 4 bobbers. Oh my god, riding through Europe in 4 bobbers.
I don't know. This looks pretty cool.
I don't know. I'll have to deliberate on the Hogs more.
I think
But it is.
I think if you go to a test track somewhere and just try one out before you do it, I think you'll be fine.
What do you think about motorcycles in general? And I actually, because I want to get no, I actually want to get Dante's
Old
take, 'cause
school bobber.
doesn't doesn't your girlfriend really like motorcycles, Dante?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
She does. I don't honestly. I mean, I do think it would be really cool to have a motorcycle and know how to ride one, but I would not be comfortable riding a motorcycle like anywhere.
It's scary.
Yeah, like I don't want to have to constantly be thinking about, oh, if I tip over, I could
It
probably
is,
get
yeah,
my brain spilled out of my
yeah.
head.
It is the ultimate
I wear the
symbol.
helmet.
Well, if you
Well,
wear a
I
helmet when
almost
you
feel
ride a
like
motorcycle, you kind of like a little pussy. You're a
That's
little
true. Yeah.
bitch boy ghetto whore, you know?
I
I
feel
mean, I
like
would wear like
the
Dudley's helmet. I like
I feel
Dudley's
like the
helmet.
Better
cross
to
country format suits motorcycles because I feel like if you're just on a highway for a really long time, I feel like you're probably better suited to not like get destroyed by
All right,
another
hear me
car.
out. Okay, why is that one a penis? Okay,
Hey,
hear me
don't worry
out.
about it. Don't worry about it.
Hear me out.
That's
What
the
if we did
car.
a
Bro, this
what if we did a Wild Hogs RV Robin Williams crossover?
Wow.
Ooh,
That would
holy
be
shit. Wait, get
that
an
sounds
RV?
great.
Oh my god.
Ever see the movie RV with Robin Williams?
Yeah,
Yes.
no, you're saying
I
Yeah.
like an
love
RV?
that movie.
Yeah.
That would be
Do like a
incredible.
crossover.
Oh, okay. That could be
4
kind of
guys, one RV.
Yeah. This was they really
That'd be
captured
awesome.
these movies had so much aura back in the day. Yeah, we gotta plan our trip. I will say I don't know if I want to get on a motorcycle. It's a little scary. It's like the ultimate symbol of just danger and uh masculinity and risk taking, which is a big theme of this film. There's also this scene where Mark Lawrence has to clean a bathroom.
I thought that was really funny how when she's talking about the firm wants you back, like it sounds like he's a lawyer or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I already talked to the firm. They'd love for you to come back. Like, really? The firm wants me?
Oh my god. Yeah. That's yeah, and then we get so we went over Tim Allen's character and Martin Lawrence, and then we get John Travolta who
He's kind of like a
yeah,
trophy husband. I guess would be like the best way to describe his character.
but he's
Oh
like
wait,
his
no,
wife.
does he have a good
His wife
job?
he's like a he was well, he did have a good job and was rich and had a model wife, but then he lost it all. It said in his
Oh yeah,
opening scene.
they didn't really specify what he did. He just lost all of his clients, right?
No,
I think his
no,
wife.
I
Yeah,
I thought it was I
What?
thought he was like a Jeremy Fragrance type guy. Taylor. I
I think
thought
he
he
said
was
his
like
wife
a
lost him or left him.
I thought he was a
Speaking
fragrance.
of
Wife left
Jeremy
me, and then
Fragrance, he
I
got
lost all
married.
my clients.
Jeremy Fragrance got married.
Yeah.
Jesus. Does he still love Jesus?
Yeah. Oh
He
yeah.
does not run a small town hardwood store or hardware
that doesn't
store.
seem right, Chat GPT.
Yeah. This is
This
Married
seems
with a
more like
son. Doug's son is his
no,
friend's kid.
no.
This
Jesus.
is so wrong.
That is so bad.
Woody is a widowed middle-aged man.
What the hell? He's not a widowed middle-aged man.
Wait, I think
Oh, there we
I
go. Now it's
actually
right.
got a more correct one after I bullied it. It says he's a wealthy former executive who recently lost his job. I don't know if that's right, but he did say he lost his job and clients.
this is at least closer.
Yeah, yeah. So Travolta's pretty washed up and has lost everything. Hopefully that doesn't end up being us, but we know what happened to Amanda Bynes and Zac Efron, so such is life.
I'll just have a tragic incident where I fall in my home and end up looking puffy. My jaw looks like I could break a
Yeah,
marble.
it is what it is. And then we get Dudley. He's in like a cafe.
This scene was so. This scene was
He's like
actually
looking
funny.
up alternative sex or something. This was pretty good, and everybody's walking out.
This
Some
scene in the coffee
there's like
shop made me
granny.
nostalgic for the coffee shops of old.
Yeah, the old
Look at these old computers
internet
too.
cafes.
Internet cafes.
Granny to take her teeth out. Also love like this idea that because he has like a voice activated like AI assistant, this woman at the coffee shop thinks he's hot. Like that's so unrealistic. That's like the equivalent of just like using ChatGPT. It's like it's 2007, like tech is cool.
Mm. Mhm. Yeah, so
And then
that's our
he gets the Apple symbol as a tattoo. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah, I
really
love
funny.
yeah.
I love that he's like,
What-
it's trademarked. What are they gonna do? They can't touch
It's in
me.
my
They-
skin.
It's in my skin.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
It's in my skin, bitch. Oh,
I
dude,
love
this is
this.
like my favorite part of the whole movie.
This is jumping ahead, but I love this clip.
Also
It's just
weird
called
nonsense. That's such a funny.
Travolta weird nonsense, and it's just him like fucking losing his mind. Travolta at his finest. Okay, yeah. So we get those are the wild hogs. I'm trying to get a chronology of it. So we're kind of jumping around, but they so
Get the origin. Go
Travolta
on the
pitches the trip eventually, right?
Yeah, they pitch the trip. He pitches the trip in the bar when they do their like weekly ride or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's when the cameo comes from Orange County Choppers.
I mean, we don't have to talk about Orange County choppers. It sounds kind of lame. It sounds like like Duck Dynasty or something.
It is I think it is a similar tier show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
Wonder how
I don't know
other
if
people
Jamie
would-
has the clip, but they pitch the trip and then they all decide to go on it, and then I have a note. I really and I think it resonates even more in 2025. But I love the scene where they like destroyed their GPS and the phones. I
Yes.
found that so cathartic. It made me want to do it. They just
Yeah.
they're like fuck phones, fuck the GPS. We want real adventure, not like it was just like a return to the wild. It was so satisfying. They throw their phones in a sewer and at a wall, and then
Wait,
one guy's like, yeah.
that scene when John Travolta throws the GPS in the sewer, and then what's his name? Tim Allen throws John Travolta's phone, and John Travolta goes, "No, that's got all my data."
Yeah, yeah.
It's the
Well,
best.
Woody, how does that
2007.
feel?
So 2007.
My data's on there. What are you doing?
Yeah, my data. It's so awesome. They're just, like these phones. Yeah, the phones are just like they're just fucking little toys. Who cares? Throw them in the gutter.
Yes.
Return to nature. Return to monkey. You know. Yeah, I think when we do our Wild Hogs trip, I think I may grab one of your phones out of your hand and throw it down a sewer drain. You know.
Please do.
Just back up your passwords before, and then there's really nothing to lose.
My data.
We have to wait until we're like. We have to wait until we're like middle-aged men to do this trip.
No, we'll do it soon. Then we can do another when we're middle-aged men.
Yes.
I've been wanting to do like a camping trip, like a real camping trip.
Mm.
We should do like I mean, maybe the RV is kind of like the perfect idea.
Do the
Yeah,
RV.
that's a pretty awesome idea.
We should bring a gun.
We could do it. We could all load up in an RV and drive up to the Smokies.
With a car, you
We
can
could
go
go to,
anywhere you want.
Yeah. We can go to that.
Los
What's that
Legos
place we
could
went to,
be-
Taylor, with the magic wands?
Oh my God, Magic Quest!
Magic
Holy
Quest.
shit!
Wait, are you talking about Great Wolf Lodge?
Oh, it's in
I
Pigeon
think those are
Forge.
in Great Wolf Lodges sometimes.
You what?
Like some Great Wolf Lodges have Magic Quests in them.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. Magic
But
Quest.
I think the
Great Wolf
one in
Lodge.
Gatlinburg is not in a Great Wolf Lodge.
I love
No, it's
going
a
to Great Wolf
standalone.
Lodge as a kid. I kind of want to have kids so I can take them to Great Wolf Lodge and relive my childhood. Place was awesome. Yeah, so they go out on the road, and I really liked you get to see a lot of really nice country and scenery in this movie. I really enjoyed the scenes when they're on the road.
Oh, me too. Me too.
You know, they're just camping out in the woods, and then Dudley pours gasoline on the tent.
And the poop
also-
bag, too.
Yeah, I felt like the poop bag was the perfect depiction of autism, because it's like you could just go on the ground and bury it.
Yeah.
But you get-
Yeah.
You get into this autistic like idea spiral, like, oh well, it makes sense to put it in a bag so I can throw it away. It's great. And yeah, they're just, and this is how we should sleep when we do this trip. Just four guys on a mattress.
Yeah, open air mattress.
I love Tim Allen's got the AC/DC shirt on. It's awesome. I also really like the dynamic between Tim Allen and John Travolta. I can't think of another movie where they're in together, but I kind of wish I got more of that.
Yeah, their dynamic is very
Like it made me wish that Travolta was Woody in Toy Story, because Tim Allen's Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
It's also named Woody
That would
in
be
this
good.
movie. And Tom Hanks, I think, is a Epstein person, allegedly. Anyway, so they get out on the road. We talked a little bit about the scene where they're sleeping, and I mean, there is the other iconic scene that is. I mean, this is a religiously significant scene. They're in the lake.
So good. So good.
William, what is his name?
William
The
H.
actor.
Macy.
William H. Macy, yeah. So he takes all his clothes off and jumps in, and then they all take
Because
their
he's
underwear
gay
off.
for Woody.
Yeah. Why do I always? Yeah. How about one of you guys? One of you guys can explain this.
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
they're in
was
the
enjoying it.
lake. They're in the lake. They're they all take their underwear off and throw it out onto the banks. And then you get this really exuberant family. This guy says, look at how great my son's dive is. Check out this dive. I feel like these are sort of this is just like a orthogonal strain of humanity to us. I really can't relate to this family at all. I feel like we're nothing. We're like a different breed than this type of people, which is maybe why we resonated with the Hogs so much.
Yeah.
These are, you know,
I cracked up real bad when they're like, "Oh, you guys don't want to come over here. There's crawfish," and the
Yeah.
dad's like, "Crawfish."
yeah, Crawl. He's
See
really
if I
into
can
it.
find one.
This. I remember watching this in high school with you guys, and I laughed hard then. I laughed really hard last night when I
Oh
was
yeah.
watching. The dad dives down, and of
And
course,
I
who's
guess
Crawford? Yeah.
the implication is he just grabs Travolta's dick in
Yeah,
this.
he, I
And
mean, he
Or
found
that
the
he's
crawfish.
or that he swims face first into it.
Travolta looks so-
I like to imagine him like butterfly stroking out with his hands and then grabbing onto it.
Yeah.
I love Travolta's awesome in this scene. The sheer terror and confusion.
Yeah, the face he's
I love it
making is
because
so great.
I love it because he was the one least on board with this idea, and yet he suffers the consequence. And
Woody
then,
is very afraid of homosexuality in this movie.
mm-hmm. Woody is just he in general. He's the one that's just most sort of on edge the whole time.
Yeah.
And just it's awesome. And then they look, they notice, oh my god, their pants are rolled up on the rocks. The whole family runs away. Then the gay
out of the
cop shows
water.
up. It's
Get out of the water now.
This movie was a stroke of just absolute brilliance. And it does really look like they're actually at a location. It seems like
Yeah,
they're really
I honestly wasn't sure. It kind of looks too perfect to be real.
Do you think it's like a set? But I can't even tell if
I
this
think
is
it has
It
to.
looked like
It
a
kinda
set
has
that they
to be
built
a set.
outdoors.
Yeah.
It might be. I feel like a lot of this is actually shot outdoors. Like this seems like it doesn't seem like a green screen to me.
Nah, this is definitely a set.
But it's like it would be like an outdoor set, right?
I
I
mean,
just, I just think that spring thing, like with the waterfall, is just too perfect looking to be
yeah, the rock
real.
formation just looks like
Like it
plastic.
No, I
forms a
believe it's a
perfect
set. I'm
pool.
just like
I found a crawdaddy hot dog down here.
well, that's a true meaning of a quality hot dog. It says it's around like New Mexico, so maybe it wasn't shot in a studio or a set. It was on. I mean, who knows if ChatGPT
Jemez
is
Springs.
hallucinating. What does it say?
Jemez Springs.
I don't. Doesn't look like it. I don't know. Maybe if I find some images, we can put it in after. But yeah, I don't know. It looks nice regardless of what it is. But yeah, they find some crawdads, and then yeah, I feel like this was when the movie was in its stride when they're going on these wacky little encounters, and then you get then you can let me know if I missed anything. But then I think the next thing is when they meet the Del Fuegos.
I think so.
I think they're called. We meet we meet Ray Liotta.
It was a real pleasant surprise because I forgot Ray Liotta was in this movie.
Yeah, me too.
I completely forgot.
That was such a nice surprise.
I think this was before I watched Goodfellas, so he wasn't a recognizable actor when I watched the movie the first few times.
Wow. That's a good
So,
point.
so I
Yeah.
think I just didn't recall. I didn't store that or make that connection. But it's great how just pissed off he is the entire time he interacts with the Wild Hogs.
Yeah.
They go into the bar and he's just giving them shit. They're trying to hype each other up. One day we might
Would you-
find ourselves face to face with them.
What'd you guys think of that like bald guy that's kind of like Ray Liotta's top goon?
Rape,
That
the
like just
rapey
keep
one.
just keeps saying like I'm gonna like rape them or whatever.
This top guy.
Or the I think it was
It's
later.
great.
I think it was when they were in Madrid where he's like I forget what the setup is, but he's like, yeah, if we were drinking piss, it would be cold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
was
little
pretty good.
unsettling.
Oh yeah,
He's
and then doesn't he have a line where he's like, "Yeah, but chew on your nuts" or something?
yeah, something like that. Something like that, definitely.
Oh God.
He actually, I think, is wearing an Iron Cross in the end too. So I feel like it's like saying
Whoa.
he's like from jail or like Aryan Brotherhood or something. He's very but he also has a sensitive side. He's like, oh, Ray Liotta, my calculations say that this, and I mean,
Hey, Madrid's
he's
a
really-
real town.
he's Ray Liotta's top guy. Dude, we gotta go.
I wonder if they really do have a chili festival.
I love the scene with Dudley and Marissa Tomei. Oh, she's another one that I totally forgot was in
I
this
didn't
movie.
recognize. What was she? What else was she in? I don't know her from anything.
My Cousin Vinny. The
Vinnie
new
Barber.
Spider-Mans.
Oh, was she Aunt May?
Yeah.
She's 61. That's
Yeah, she does
crazy.
not
Feel old. Wait, what did she look like in 2025?
I think she looks like that. That big picture.
She's
Yeah.
61.
That's
Holy
It's
shit!
crazy.
Did she have kids?
Well, I don't know. Well, I think you can look pretty good as you age as long as you're not like smoking every day. Like boomers live horribly and look really
Who's
old.
the other old actress that looks incredible still? I think it's
John Travolta.
Yeah, no, no one looks better for their age than John Travolta in 2025.
now that he got that hair transplant.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, like this was his Grease photo op.
Whoa.
Like he looks
High
like
rollers.
he looks like he's like 40 in this picture, and he's like 70.
How old is he? Like 65?
No, he's like 70 or more.
71.
This is a 71-year-old man. He's on like OT level 10 or something.
Jesus. I mean, I think they did a lot of touching up on that picture. They
It's
must have.
possible. It's possible. But I don't know. He has some lines, but he still looks pretty good.
Yeah, no, he does look
Is it
good.
a new movie? High Rollers?
Yeah, dude. Oh
I
my
wish it was
God, look
cool.
at that picture. He looks like a meatball.
He looked like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Well, Pitbull made him go balls. So.
True.
Yeah. No. Anyway, let's get back to it. So Ray Liotta, he's really pissed at the Wild Hogs. It's really funny that he knows, he can tell all about them. He says he pegs Tim Allen as a doctor. It was really funny. He says Dudley. He goes up to Dudley. He says, "You look like you bag your own shit."
And then he's like, whoa, you're good. What color am I thinking of?
Ray Liotta is awesome here. He brings
Yeah, and he's like, your wife wears the pants. And Martin Lawrence is like, you know my wife?
Yeah. It's epic. What happens after the? Oh yeah, the biggest. Yeah, he
Something that
blows
I
up
noticed
everything.
about like this exchange and in general, like I feel like it's not something that it's almost like a cultural relic, but like the obsession with not being a poser or like being I don't know, like caught in a way that you're I don't know, in an inauthentic way. I feel like that's not really a cultural obsession anymore, but
Yeah.
in the early 2000s like and I guess maybe even in the 90s like being a poser was like a real bad mark on your character.
Yeah, I do recall that dynamic. Why do you think that was? Because I do remember it like very early Facebook posts and internet posts was all about being real and not being a faker. What was that about?
And honestly, I couldn't tell you.
What's your
I'd have to
what's your
think
like
about it
what's
more.
your hypothesis? Anyone?
I feel like if anything, it should only be more of an obsession with how not real everyone's life is.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
but for some reason, that's not an obsession anymore. I feel like it should have only gotten more popular to like
Yeah.
not be a poser, whatever that means.
Maybe we've all just embraced AI slop world.
Yeah, I don't think anybody
Yeah.
gives a shit anymore.
I mean, those Sora
Like
videos are busting.
everybody to an extent is a poser.
Bingo.
Bingo.
I'll take you one further. Everything in reality is a poser.
Nothing is real.
You've only ever seen an image of a thing, but not the thing in itself. Read Schopenhauer.
Damn.
Bingo.
Like you've never seen what it's like to be me, but you've only seen an image of me.
You don't
Yeah.
know me. You
Anyway,
don't know me.
yeah. So Ray Liotta's really pissed off at the Hogs. Also, I think he passed on a few years ago, right? So rest in
Yeah.
peace.
Yep.
Rest in
Rest in
peace, Ray
peace.
Liotta. He had a great career, and this is an immortal performance. So yeah, he.
How the fuck am I funny? How the fuck am I funny?
He does do the Goodfellas laugh at one point in this movie, I think towards the end. It's almost the
Dude.
exact same laugh. It's awesome.
Yeah, how does he laugh where like he's exposing his upper teeth but his bottom teeth are hiding behind his
I
lower lip? I don't know how he does it. I just like
it's
physically cannot laugh that way.
it's awesome. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, see how his teeth. I
It's crazy.
don't know how he does it.
Yeah. So they do this really mean thing where they they trick Dudley into taking, well, I guess they take his bike, and then he rides on the sidecar out. And this is awesome because Travolta goes back, he cuts all the gas lines, steals a bike, and then Ray Liotta blows up his own bar
Yeah.
with his cigarette. What do we think of this whole dynamic?
John Travolta just sells it so good with like how anxious he starts getting and sweaty and crazy. It's, it's like the most memorable. It's honestly the most memorable part of the movie.
Yeah, I
Him
love it.
becoming like
Yeah.
slowly unraveled as he realizes like what's about to happen and seeing it.
Yeah, I
It's so
love it.
fun.
I love the building tension where he's already lying about his whole life falling apart, and then he has to cover up this. Now Jamie has the shot pulled up where he's looking in the rearview mirror of his bike, and the whole bar is exploded.
It's like he's looking at his whole life exploding behind him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so great. Yeah, Travolta's awesome. And then they're at the gas station. He's like, "Come on, Wild Hog, let's go. We don't stay anywhere. We don't. We gotta go."
I set before you two paths, mortal, and only two. One is this: what is whole, unbegun, and unable to fail into nothing. Walk it, and your thought will not slip. The other says what is not, somehow is, That path dissolves beneath your feet. Know this, your senses will tempt you with birth and passing, with motion and many names. Do not follow them. Thought cannot grasp what is not. Stand with being alone, still, complete, and you will have truth, though the world cries change.
After like the hurricane hit the Bahamas, a hog washed up on their island. It was more like, I guess it was more like a pig or domesticated, but then they like raised it as a pet, and it started to become wild, and it got to a, and it just like it did like sort of charge at them a few times, and it got to one point where it cut my uncle, and um like blood was squirting out his arm, like it almost like hit an artery or something, and eventually my cousin had a child, so they couldn't have the hog on the island, so they had someone take it out.
Wow. Yeah, when I was in boot camp, there was a week when we were in boot camp where we were like in a mock deployed environment and like living out of tents and stuff in the Texas wilderness.
Yeah.
And one night there was like a boar or a hog, whatever it was, got attacked by like a pack of coyotes, and we just heard like this hog squealing as it was getting devoured by coyotes. It was pretty unsettling.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah, it was
that's
wild.
scary. Yeah. Yeah, nature is it is what it is. Okay, so let's try and get through this pretty quickly if you got to go. So they missed the gas stop. They're really tired, and then I think they end up in Madrid. Stop me if I've missed anything. But then
No, that's pretty much the gist.
they end up in New Mexico, and this is kind of where the rest of the movie takes place.
Well, I
Well,
thought it was really funny when they get to Madrid, like everyone thinks that they're Del Fuegos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
When Tim steals that picture, it's so funny.
Yeah, Tim Allen's growling at them. Tim Allen's awesome. He's doing sort of that like home improvement, the man's man bit. It's John Travolta and Martin Lawrence are drinking out of the faucet or whatever, or the tap.
Do you think it would have been funnier if they didn't have, like, if they kind of just left the Del Fuego thing in the dust and they just like continued having like one-off like silly moments at stops, or do you think this stop in Madrid was like the better way?
Yeah, honestly, it could have been
half?
good if it just like it could have been good if it just like was silly antics that just started getting a little bit more introspective and they like were reflecting on their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
wish
think-
the threat of the Del Fuegos didn't dominate the second half of the movie. Like I thought it would have been funny if like we just forgot about the Del Fuegos altogether and then at the very end they pop back up.
Mhm.
But
that way, yeah.
yeah, I just felt like it was too present in the second half of the film that it just kind of got a little stale.
Mhm.
I also just like they're in New Mexico, and I feel like it's just not. It almost takes away from the how grounded the story is. That like this like biker gang can just like take over a town, and like the sheriff is like completely neutered, and he's got these like two idiot boys that are his like. So I don't know. I feel like it does well in the sense that everything is pretty. I mean, it's not like totally realistic, but like the story's pretty grounded up until they get to Madrid.
Mhm. Yeah, I think yeah, I would at the very least be interested in seeing an alternate cut of the movie, or an alternate version where it is more so like Travis said, those antics as they're traveling along. I think that if they're I don't know, I think it has pros and cons, because I think the con is, on one hand, it's like their goal of this trip was to hit the open road and leave civilization, but now they're just hanging out at this small town. so that feels a little bit like it doesn't jive with that. But I think there is some good stuff at Madrid. I liked Dudley's romance. I like that they slap the bull.
Oh
like
Slap
yeah.
the Bowl was real funny.
They slapped the bull and it's never been slapped twice before, which was really funny. And and then there's the scene where the bull opens the gate at the end and charges them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought there was some good stuff. I do like them fighting the Del Fuegos. It does go on and drag a bit long, but it is nice that they sort of found, an adversary or an adventure or something to overcome. I don't know if it would have been as satisfying as if it were more one-off events. I don't know how you would have the climax of the movie. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, it's a little. I don't know. I like it. Like I like that they're hanging out and that John Travolta's giving dance lessons, which is funny that he immediately asked John Travolta for the dance lessons. But
Yep.
and John Travolta does play the woman in the dance, which is interesting because hairspray.
Yeah.
Though I would have liked to see Travolta do his own dance. I don't know. I think there's some good stuff, but I do think it does detract a little from the spirit of the movie that they're here for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anyone
It's less
else?
adventuring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anyone else think about the scene like during the festival, the chili festival? It reminded me a lot of like a similar scene in Back to the Future Part 3 where they're at like the town festival and the Tannen boys show up to try and like mess with them, just like how the two Del Fuego guys show up at the festival and Martin Lawrence sprays ketchup and mustard on
Squirting them with. Yeah, it's so good.
I don't
That was
remember
great.
that scene from Back to the Future 3. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I vaguely know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Definitely a
it
little
just
similar.
was like a similar vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen Back to the Future 3.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the chili festival.
It
It
is cool that like in Madrid, like they all kind of like overcome their dysfunctions or like their gripes with growing old, or whatever their current life situation is.
Yeah.
Like Tim Allen's cool again. Dudley finds a lady. I guess
Martin Lawrence.
Travolta's still unreconciled, but yeah, Martin Lawrence kind of takes the reins again of his life.
Yeah, what about John Travolta's arc? Because his life is still a mess, but maybe he at least can be honest that it's a mess. I don't know what he.
I mean, all
Like,
he
what is
cares
he-
about is his friends, and I feel like at the end of the movie, they do genuinely bond and get on the same page, and then like he
Yeah.
gets his friends back.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I may not have my job, my wife, or this, but I got 3 friends till the end. It was pretty sweet.
I
And
may
then,
not have my family, but I got my wild hogs.
got my wild hogs, and I got Christopher Walken's crazy about me.
All right, I'm
yeah.
gonna hop off. I gotta
Give
get
your
moving.
rating quick. Give your rating quick before you go.
Yeah, I think the
Where's
movie.
our scale? Where'd that go?
I'm trying to find the scale, but
Oh yeah, where's the
just
scale?
give it, and I'll try and pull up the scale.
I think without any context and the personal effects that this movie has, I give it like a flick rating.
Damn.
But with our collective love for the movie, I give it a movie rating.
Okay.
That's my take. That's my take.
Okay.
If I couldn't bond over this movie with anyone, then it would just be a flick. But
Mhm.
because I can, it's a movie at the very
Okay,
least.
cool. Well, yeah. I'll let you go to your thing. I'll probably stop by once we're all wrapped
Nice.
up here. But yeah, I'll text
All
you when I'm
right.
coming.
All right,
I-
fellow travelers.
See you.
I'll see you on
See
the
you, Dante.
road.
See you on the road, my wild hogs.
Damn, kid's a good hog. Anyway, yeah, I guess we can probably wrap up and get into ratings. Is there anything else? It's kind of all like action slop and stuff when they're fighting the
Yeah.
Del Fuegos at the end. I guess the one interesting thing is that the dad comes at the very end of I think his name's like
The
Blade or
patriarch
something.
of Del Fuegos,
Yeah, he comes
Ray
and scolds
Liotta's
Ray
dad.
Liotta. Yeah, he
Yeah.
yeah, I like that character. I did like what'd you think of that guy?
It was cool. I thought it was like a little shoehorn though to like have some sort of arc for Ray Liotta.
I don't know what his I
I-
guess he had a little bit of an arc.
He was like, "You got to go ride and remember what it's like being a biker," but I don't really know what that means.
Yeah, he says you forgot what it means to be a hog, but I don't know if he really elaborates. I don't know. I don't really
Yeah.
know how. Maybe there'd be another way to end it, but I feel
mean,
I feel
It's
like
crazy that like
he kind of
Go
had to
Taylor.
get big leagued by somebody, and the Hogs were in rough shape. So I don't know. It does kind of feel a little silly. I almost wish, you know what I think would have made it better? I think
What?
if the actor for Ray Liotta's dad was like Chuck Norris or like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
I don't even recognize who this is.
yeah, I feel like if it was like just another prestige actor that had more just inherent you were more like inherently impressed with them, I feel like it would have had a better impact.
I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, I guess the alternative might be like they just take Ray Liotta off to jail or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's
It's kind of funny to think about how if this movie came out today, it'd be just like a lot. It'd be an above average movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it is well it's just of a different time and place. I like that he tells
Yeah.
the Wild Hogs to lose their watches
Yeah, I did like that.
because it's sort of like I mean it's like a status symbol, but also it's it's like
Don't need to be
technology.
preoccupied with time anymore.
Yeah, even like you don't need to schedule your days as a wild hog.
Yeah.
Fully return to the natural state of riding a Harley Davidson. Yeah, they sort of all resolve their things with their families. At the end, they're in California, and they all ride into a surfboard and fall over, but Dudley doesn't. I thought that was funny.
I do love that.
Yeah, it is. There's something. I think there's a number of media pieces where the big thing is to get to the Pacific coast. Isn't that in like There Will Be Blood?
It's
Am I
the
misremembering
Pacific
that?
Coast.
There's a scene where they're in the Pacific Ocean, I think.
Oh, well, they're trying to get the pipeline to the ocean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like getting to the Pacific is a goal that comes up in multiple media. There's something very I don't know about
Yeah.
like if something it's like you've hit the limit of adventure
Yeah.
when you
It's
when
like
you
a
get to-
it's like a Christopher McCandless sort of goal.
yeah. Well, yeah, let's get into final ratings. I'll give mine. Wild Pep's assessment was fair. Wild Hogs is a religious experience to me, so it's Kino, in spite of everything wrong with it.
It's crazy.
Travis, would you like to go next? I have no
Yeah,
elaboration.
I mean, if I'm being like, I mean, I would also say Kino from like from a nostalgic sense, but
Yeah.
I think realistically, I have to say it's like I'm gonna have to go with movie.
Taylor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with movie.
Yeah, I was trying to like shake the nostalgia off just because I love the movie. I mean, it's great. It really made me think of our youth and how much fun we used to have and everything. And that way, it's Kino. You know, I miss those late night bike rides and everything.
Yeah.
Miss being a wild hog. But I think truly, it is a movie.
I think this is fair, but at the same time, it's like I experience it from my perspective, so I'll give the rating from my perspective. But yeah, I guess like objectively, it's more a movie, but you know, I don't know. It's awesome. They're the wild hogs. They fish for crawdads, you know. But yeah, I think that wraps up our discussion. Yeah, pretty iconic movie. And
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, most entertaining weekend so far.
well, the next episode will be you will be in for a treat because we'll be doing I think Gotti and Fanatic, and we should be concluding the Travolta saga.
Goodbye.